Okay, 3, 2, 1, and POI 2025.
And it's a time we get to show and deliver, award the excellence, but in the regular day lives of Manitobans, it translates into stronger communities, better communities, more effective and efficient communities in communities right across the province. All right, so third place is, congratulations to Shared Health.
Project is Surgical Wait List Information Management System. The project was really about finding a way of booking electronically the surgeries, but at the same time, by collecting all of that information and having it all in one system, then we now have information about wait list for the entire province. We have information about who's waiting, what they're waiting for, and many other pieces.
We had a backlog that had to be taken care of pretty much immediately. The team had to work very closely with our stakeholders across each of the region and really understand how we can have the application configured in a way that it can be used consistently, as well as it's flexible enough to accommodate the needs as well as the concerns that each of the regions had.
We did a lot of virtual meetings. Like all our advisory groups were virtual. Most of our working groups were virtual. All our training was developed so it could be done remotely.
We went through multiple replanning of the project to see, okay, we know more today than what we knew earlier. What can we use in terms of our lessons learned that can expedite our project? We actually had a dedicated organization change management lead who was really working with our end users. The person was actually working with the business analysts, the technical team, to really bridge that gap to, for us to convert that technical changes into a user-friendly way.
We officially finished the project on December of 2024. It was the first time in Manitoba that we were going to use a cloud-based solution, so that came with a whole bunch of other challenges that were directly project related. We divided the province in two kind of big phases, 2 to 3 big phases, where we implemented the Winnipeg sites first, which is where the highest volume is, and then we implemented all of the rural sites all at the same time. I think the surgeon community is very pleased to have now a common system where they know what the next few months are going to look like exactly, and they also know that the patients are being prioritized based on their unique needs. We have a reporting database that they can go in live and look at where is the wait list today, how many people do I have waiting by doctor, by hospital, by office, by region. We can know down to the number of hours of surgical slave time that are going to be needed for every surgery and all together. So it's really transparent to the average Manitoba, but the change that we have done on the entire system and the process is huge.
The second place runner-up goes to WSP. Congratulations.
WSP Canada has elected to donate their $1,000 award to North End Women's Centre, NEWC.
The Manitoba government has a mandate to improve the perimeter, and part of that improvement process upgrades to different intersections.
It was identified as a really high priority for the department to move that forward to improve safety, but also the efficiency on that south perimeter.
In the ultimate stage, PR 200 or St. Mary's Road will be 4 lanes, 2 in each direction, and 6 lanes PTH 100, 3 lanes in each direction. The Manitoba government had a mandate to have a design build contractor procured, and construction started early 2022. This project was awarded to WSP in 2021. We had to carry out engineering services, design services, field services, and develop the design to a 30% level. We were also working simultaneously on updating the design build documents, almost 2,000 pages, that has to be developed in order for the procurement process to commence.
We're talking about the timeline of 2021 and 2022. There's still COVID restrictions in place, and having to work remotely across a multidisciplinary, multi-organizational team certainly would have introduced its own challenges.
From a management standpoint, the project was being delivered through a hybrid process. The design and early stages for the procurement were done as the agile process, and the procurement of itself was done through the typical waterfall process.
Another item to highlight in terms of the challenge was how quickly turnarounds needed to happen.
We had daily stand-up that we would do with the teams. Key decision makers were integrated into the team, and decisions were made quite timely.
Communication is key in every project, and making sure that you have really clear processes for that, and everyone understands what that process is and how to contribute, I think sets any project up for success.
We were able to meet deadlines. When changes occurred, we were able to pivot and still achieve certain timelines.
We're in the wrap-up phases of construction, but on a large-scale project like this, there's still lots going on, right?
The collaboration with the owner and the fact that the owner's team was integrated into the WSP team certainly helped in overall project success and overall satisfaction from both sides.
Congratulations to the Project of the Year Award, City of Winnipeg.
Can I say a few words as the winner?
The project name is Office 365 Migration Project.
The main objective of the project was to modernize the city's digital infrastructure by moving many of our Microsoft-related services to Office 365 in the cloud. So that included migrating over 7,600 users to Exchange Online, Microsoft Teams, OneDrive, and SharePoint Online. Reasons for making the move were to improve the city's security, collaboration, and to save money by migrating off of our on-premises environments.
Because it's a new system, we're going to the cloud, and the staff that were using the existing system were already used to the way of doing things. So we had to consider greatly the human change aspect of the project. One of the things that made us successful was breaking down the overall goal into chunks of achievable milestones.
We were able to focus on separate phases so they could be completed successfully, and then we could build on those, or starting the next phases and take any lessons learned and apply them. Or we focused on different technologies, so in partly to make sure those were completed before attacking another technology, as well as not to overwhelm end users. Not all of their tools are changing at the same time.
That really helped us focus on one phase at a time. We completed that and then moved on to the next one, as against to trying to do a big bang, which would have probably put the project in jeopardy if we had gone that route. The fact that we engaged the OCM process earlier on, that's the organization change management process, really helped with the adoption rate. And also we add tailored training and communication to our staffs. The administrators, the IT leaders or managers or desktop management support staff, they had more in-depth training.
The owner of our project was the city's Director of Innovation and Technology, and he was very satisfied with the end result.
It was fully adopted. We had the backing of our stakeholders, we had the backing of the IT managers, and everyone was happy with the end goal of the project, the achievement of the project. From the initiation of that project to the closing of the project, we went through all the PMI principles to plan the project, execute the project, and complete it on time, on budget, within scope. Was really appreciated. The visibility of the project and the pride in my project team that we actually got into this, we got our hands dirty, and we did it.